If you had 100 million right now, what is the first thing you would do, Chinyere?
Really?
Yeah.
Find a way to make another, 100 million?
Yeah.
Find a way to make another
No,
100
give us
million.
something specific. Like,
I like to multiply my money, to be honest. I'm not bad. I love to spend. Don't get me wrong, but I like to multiply my money.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I ask you the same question? Okay. What'd you get?
Ball like 10 million first, just unlike the
That is a more realistic.
like first, just do whatever I want with 10 million first before I say, okay, let me sit down and like plan.
Enjoyment.
100 million is a lot
Necessary,
now.
right?
Yeah, it's necessary now.
Okay. Would you rather your parents be able to read your internet history or read your thoughts? Santana.
Wow, that's hard. Man, I'll go with internet history.
Not your thoughts?
Not my thoughts, trust me.
For real?
They don't want to read my thoughts. No.
Okay.
So for me, that would be definitely my thoughts, not
your
internet
history.
You don't want to know mom and dad, I'm sorry.
Okay, and final question. Would you rather start university all over again with what you know now or not? Chinyere.
I won't, to be honest. I won't.
Like been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Never again.
Not going back again. For whatever. Backwards, never.
Okay, I like the energy. You?
Let me say,
with what you know now.
What I know now, yeah. I will consider it.
You're not a book person? Nah.
I could consider it, yeah, but no, not definitely.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Semipe, and you're welcome to the Noisy Street podcast. We're about to have an amazing time talking about youth and unorthodox, basically talking about careers that, our parents were exactly allowed to have much earlier and what society feels about this career paths that the youths have decided to talk. So, Princess or Chinyere, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Hello. My name is Chinyere Oji. Currently, I would say in general, I'm a marketing communication professional, right? I know that sounds like a big word.
Really?
like too big. But right now, I'm currently focused in public relations and communication. So, yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you, Chinyere.
Yeah, nice
and
to
Santana.
Hi, guys. I'm Jay Santana. I'm a fashion stylist, creative director, music video director too, yeah.
Love it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Semipe, currently an entertainment lawyer who also doubles as a creative. So I dabble with these people a lot. And trust me, very interesting conversations coming up from somebody that has the more orthodox career and how my career path interfaces with theirs. It'll be very interesting. Yeah. So, Chinyere, you said you're like a marketing strategist. For how long have you done that?
So pretty much like marketing communication in general, but like I've dabbled a bit like over time from uni till now. I've done quite like a number of internships. And to be honest, I feel like that's expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they make us do that. But I think for me, to be honest, in the media space generally, I think I've just like my internships have allowed me like dabble in different things just to really
grow.
Figure out what I want and what I like from life. Do you get? I feel like life is not just a one-way street. Currently, I do PR.
Okay.
Right? And I'm loving it. So, but tomorrow, I'll be a chef. So.
Guinness World Record.
No. Let's give her win. Like, I can't.
Okay. But for you, Santana, has it always been like a one-way street to becoming a stylist or, what influenced it?
Yeah, kind of like a one-way street though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like passion driven.
Love it.
Yeah, so being able to like dive like fully into it, was something I worked towards.
So when was your first interaction with fashion, with fabrics, first expression?
Oh man, that was my secondary school graduation. Like sussed everything out of my suit.
What was the inspiration?
Jidena. Classic man era.
Okay.
That was the classic man era, man.
Love
Okay.
it.
Yeah, so like we're like, man, we have to look fly, have to look extra fly, like Jidena would look, man. So
Okay.
sorted the suits, shoes, hair, everything, man. So like I
And
said,
what like people's
people's comment made me feel like, you know what, guys, just run it, man. Like you look too fly not
Love
to make
it.
other people look fly. You get
Okay.
me? So yeah, man, that's what drove me to it.
Okay. And I would say like right now, have you done like any internships? Because Chinyere mentioned that she had done a couple, and that has shaped her growth.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, internship, yeah, I worked under
A couple people?
Yeah, a couple of people, yeah. Simeon Black, yeah, he's a top stylist.
Okay.
You get, so he put me on basically like 2020, like ending of 2020, with the whole lockdown and everything. So it was slow, but
It was helpful.
it was helpful in my growth, man.
Okay. That's great. Nice. So as a marketing strategist, Chinyere, I know that your work involves like interfacing with a number of creatives for brands. How have you been able to manage that? Because I know that, oh my God. I mean, the creative industry is relatively new, even with like lawyers also forming like, I don't think there are exactly a lot of regulations available at the moment, but with the, to say in quote, unprofessionalism that the industry has at the moment, how have you been able to manage your relationship, like your career with interfacing with creatives?
So for me right now, I just feel like everything. So I'm not going to come from a really, really professional point, to be honest. I think for me, a lot has to do with like just relationship and knowing how important relationship is. That's even outside your career and like in your career space. And I believe like for me now, as a public relation person, like, even though I know it's all about perception building, a lot also has to do with like the people the relationship you've been able to build, because that helps you, for example, get clients, get brands.
So it's who you know.
My dear, it's who you know in this
It's who you
country.
know.
Like in life, to be honest. But like just being able to actually manage the relationships that you have really well, whether it's your client, whether it's like the media, whether it's like media, social, print, journalist, and also like potentially like people you meet like when even running your campaigns, because you might never know who would be your next big client.
True.
Right?
So like
True.
Santana, I know that being a stylist is not the first thing every African parent thinks of when they want their child to go to school, or when they think of the career path their child should have. Stylist is probably like bottom barrel, like bottom. So how did you have that conversation with your parents? Was there a conversation? How did your parents react to this? How did they support you if they did?
Well, it's not even. I didn't have that conversation with them. Like once I was done like with school P's and all of that, I basically just said, yo, like.
So what's school P?
Like, Bowen, like in school, like computer science, studying computer science, it was good and all of that, but it wasn't what I wanted.
It wasn't just for you.
It wasn't just for me. Like, so I said, okay, yo, I'm coming to Lagos, man. Like, let me follow my passion. Let me see where it can
Was
take
there
me.
fight at home?
There was not really fight because there was not much fight because my parents are really supportive.
Okay.
You get me? They're supportive and
Nice.
they know that I've been that way, like in terms of like fashion and all of that. So they just say, let's see how it goes. And it has been going well actually, because when this like over the years, like 2-3 years, they've been seeing the growth and they've been seeing like how far I've been coming. Like, okay, you're doing well for yourself, like without like any like without too much support, basically, like, and because
I think that's the goal for every African parent. Just to
see that you're doing well for yourself.
You can
not like
yourself.
You're down. If I was down bad and I'm not doing anything, and now they'll be like, bro, fix up yourself, man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it was really good because there was no negative energy when I told them, okay, I want to be a stylist or nah.
Okay.
It was all supportive.
But another thing, okay, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is PR a course that people study in universities?
So in this part of the world, Nigeria, that usually falls under the course mass communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to school to study mass comm?
Yes.
Okay.
I was a mass comm student.
Love it. Do you know the funny thing?
What?
Parents would rather you go and be a lawyer than study mass comm.
Yes, my dear.
It's like it's a downplay.
Do you know what my dad told me?
I'm listening.
He said, "Is that truly a course?" He like because
They would
initially
downplay everything that is not law.
Like they would tell
Medicine.
you, only lawyer.
Yeah.
You know that time when
Lawyer,
art
doctor.
class, it was the only course you can study is law or mass comm. And mass comm seemed like such a downplay. So it's like,
Law. You have
Law
to,
or
you
nothing.
have to be a lawyer.
Or can you
That's it.
become anything as a mass comm student?
Where will you?
NTA?
Where will you work? Where will you work with mass comm?
Bruh.
okay.
So that was so initially for me, my story started when, funny enough, I would have done international relations as a student. I'm so glad I didn't follow that path. One thing I'm learning in this life is stay true to yourself. You can't regret. You won't like really just like be very honest with yourself and what you want from your life. So I knew that wasn't it for me. So I decided, okay, like let me actually try mass comm, right? And from there I would figure it out. And my dad eventually accepted. He was like, oh, why
Was
not?
there a fight initially?
Oh no, but like there was a conversation where he was like, he doesn't see that as a course. Like, what are you gonna come out with that? Like be a broadcaster? But don't get me wrong, my parents are actually so supportive. It's crazy. So yeah, in school, I was able to like do a couple of courses. I think that's also like I feel like personally I've just been someone who likes to like hold like I've been a conversationalist. I would like to learn more about the media, like just also understand like the media space. So I felt like that course was it for me. And during like school period, I was able to like take on internships.
And that helped.
Yeah, that pretty much.
So you say from mass comm, the internships helped you narrow down to PR.
Right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
That's
okay.
really cool.
And like I know you mentioned you spoke about PR initially, but would you say now, like where you are at the moment in your career, is it like rewarding? It's what you anticipated. You said stay true to yourself. So do you feel like at the moment you're being true to yourself?
Yes, I do believe I'm being true to myself. What I'm saying it's because I know it's a part of the journey. It's not the end goal, but it is like
the process.
It's a process. So right now, like I know
I even have sorry to cut you short. I have one question.
I know she has a question.
No, like since you're saying true to yourself.
Yeah.
In introducing, when you go for networking events, you probably will meet people of like minds.
Yeah.
But in family gatherings, how did you start introducing yourself as a PR? PR person.
I do PR.
What is PR?
Oh Lord. I think for me, it started with like, okay, these are like, in case like they know the clients that like
Okay.
yeah, that I and my team have worked for. I was just like, oh, okay. For example, when there was Big Brother Nigeria, I'm just like, oh, we do the PR for Big Brother Nigeria. So yeah, so like that was the like, like,
okay.
Yeah.
Even though they can't exactly understand
it. But it has a big name to it. So
yeah,
definitely.
Big name.
Yeah, it's the big name.
It's the big name, my dear.
The big name.
It's all about perception, darling. But I feel for me, to be honest, like I feel like the reason why I even went into the PR and comms like route, because I know it's like a training ground for me to what I eventually would end up doing, if that makes any sense, right? So yeah, but for me, I don't think like, as I said, like life is not one way, right? I might decide to be a chef or a podcaster or something else, or even YouTube.
Like, I like that. I mean, I think with where we are at the moment, we know that you don't have to be limited to one thing, so that works. Yeah. I would even like to add, like, I said entertainment law, and my journey as a lawyer in court has been like for a particular process. And I realized, because I have also done a number of internships, I have, interfaced, attended events, networked. And I just found that for the parts of law that seem to bring more money, like you hear maritime, there's money in maritime, or oil and gas, that industry, go and work there, or finance, is it corporate law? Because when you introduce yourself as a lawyer, the next question is it commercial or corporate? Like, so coming out to say that, okay, I'm interested in entertainment law, it's like, people first ask you, so what do you do? They need to understand.
You need to break it down to them.
And I remember even explaining to my parents that, okay, this entertainment law part, it's a part I would like to do. And I was like, there's no money there. Like, honestly, that's what they always say. So I think like African parents, now I think getting to the part of African parents, like over time though, they've understood, especially with how the internet and social media has grown in the past couple of months, years, I think they've become more open to the idea, okay, that there's actually you can grow in the entertainment space, or you can grow as a creative, or having like an unorthodox career path, you can grow there. Okay, so now getting to Santana again, right? I feel like your career path is the most peculiar amongst both of us.
To be honest.
Because it involves like a lot of creativity.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
really
the hairdo. Is it part of this style?
No, I just love hair.
You just love hair?
So it's the brand.
It's the brand. It's part of the brand. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Okay, but with like representation in introducing yourself, how have people taken that? You know, like what facial expressions do you get? I mean, fair enough. Now that the entertainment or the creative is growing. Okay,
see, that's it. So when you meet someone and say, "Oh, I'm a stylist," they'll be like, "For real, who have you worked with?"
Oh, okay.
So it's like
people are becoming
more aware of it. That like, man, like, let me say, there's money, and basically there's money in it. So
fair enough.
And when they see how like good you are and everything, they would want to, because
Engage
everybody needs to wear clothes. Basically, I don't want to know. Everybody needs to wear clothes. Nobody wants to go out on the street looking like. Looking like a common person. So, oh, God, you're stylish. Come on, don't worry. Let me get your IG. IG is like the office space, because check your work, check what you've done and all of that. I'm like, okay, don't worry, we'll hit you up, when we need this, when we need that. And it's good because unlike before, way back, like 20, let's go back like 2015, 2018, you would say you're a stylist. What are you doing?
What do you do? How are you making money?
How are you making money?
Who are your clients?
How are you feeding yourself?
Okay.
But now
there's like a respect.
It's a respect now. Like, when you say you're a stylist, man, you're considered well. Like, okay, man, he's doing well. Like,
okay, and
so
I think that's really good. But like another challenge, right, with that the nature of that job is there's no stability, right? So there's income is like
income is like a contractor. So in a month you can get like 6-10 gigs, and like you're working back to back and all of that. And the next month, work might just be slow, and you'll be like, man, okay, where are my clients start used to? What's going on? How far? Like, how's we running shit?
Okay, like
how's we running things this week?
It's the economy.
It's the economy. I said, and the economy, man. We're all in Nigeria. We're not always going
off and on. Trust me. But okay, so I know you mentioned Instagram, and with the nature of your work, also you also need to you spoke about how the big names matter.
Yeah.
So now, what's your perception on the importance of branding? Like you said, Instagram, so it's like people need to see your work.
Yeah.
So, and with your career path, like how do you build a brand? So now we've spoken about how we've been able to cross the hurdle of African parents, and because the industry is opening up more, there's more like engagement. People are more supportive. But how do we branding? So how are you putting out work so that you're supporting people coming after you? Because there are people looking for support.
No, you
take that. Like the PR, man, the marketing.
Okay, so one thing I would definitely say is that, like, in terms of PR, I haven't been there for like years, but based off of like the period I've been, I would say that, to be honest, your result speaks for you. I think that's the best branding ever.
Okay.
Like what you've done, what you've been able to do speak. Even in styling, like if you can like create a great like sleek look, then for a credible person or like.
And people would always ask, "Oh, who did this? Who did this?"
That's it. The referral. Who did this? Do you know the person? Give me the person's IG.
Do you run ads based off the works you've done, or like word of mouth brings more clientele for you, like referrals?
Both. Yeah.
Both.
I think you have to do both. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the more your work pops up on people's stories and all, the more like, man, I've been seeing this guy's post. Let me check his page.
Him out. Okay.
Let me check him out. And word of mouth, like you said too, like, guy, have you worked with this guy? See his page is mad. Check him out, use him. It's just having your work will speak, like you said, the results.
Your work speaks for
you. Your work
you.
will speak for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
In most cases, yeah.
Then another question is for inspiration, right? Because I think honestly it really helps now, especially because of access. First of all, I'm going to ask who has really shaped your perspective of this industry? Because I know one thing, that there's like a pressure when it feels like you're the first person dabbling into something and you have no one to look around, like to source for inspiration from. But when you know that, okay, oh wow, I can see Tiana's Empire doing this kind of crazy styles. That might not be your inspiration.
I know where this is going to. Did you see?
Okay.
That
no,
might
like,
not be your inspiration,
Yeah.
but like she's doing these things and she's
Yeah.
putting out her work. So you know that, okay, all I have to do is this. So
Yeah.
like inspiration, who do you look up to? Who inspires your work?
I mean, I'll say other stylists.
Okay.
You know,
You
it's
don't want
like,
to name names?
I mean, yeah, for one, man, Simeon Black, man, because, you know,
Okay.
he put me on and, you know, every time I see someone with post, I'm like, oh, my
This is
God, come on.
Come on.
Like,
Like,
you
this
did,
is
like,
good.
he motivates me to, like, you know, push boundaries and all of that. And, you know, like, other stylists in general, like, you know, and basically in and out of Nigeria,
Okay.
you get me, like,
So give me a foreign name.
ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
like, Rocky,
Is he a stylist though?
he's not a stylist, but he's a fashion figure.
Okay.
You get me? And he has, like, his personal style is exceptional.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so, like, he's one of the people, like, when it comes to, like, fashion and style, like, I look up to him, like, you know, and, like, other people, like, Toreno is a personal stylist for, like, an NBA players and all of that. So, like, you follow other stylists everywhere because people we are creative. We cannot have the same mind, even if we're all in the same line.
Different expressions.
Different expression. People express differently. So it's good to, like, you know, like, just follow some people
Someone
that you feel like, oh, okay, this person is in line with, like, his style is, like, close to mine, or I can draw inspiration from him, definitely. So
now, I know PR. Sorry,
Yeah.
you guys like do a lot of branding, you run ads, you create. Do you guys do advertisements? Sorry, correct me.
No.
So
we don't.
please, what does PR entail?
So I think also a big thing is that I think people just sometimes when they hear PR, they don't even know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, okay. Sometimes they even mistaken like PR for being a publicist, right? Which is kind of different, right? Publicist, like someone like you're assigned to a single person, like you're pretty much creating publicity for a single person. So like that's why you have like publicists for artists, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. So funny enough, a PR person can decide to be a publicist, you know. But like
would that be like going in-house?
Yeah, so that's like it's like you assign yourself to like an individual person, like narrowing it down. But like for now, but right now, like in the broad scheme of things, like PR, it's a lot. It has a lot to do with reputation, you know, like managing a brand, client management. It's a lot. Let me not even like bore you with the details. But
so what do you look for when seeking to work with a creative for a brand?
Okay.
Like a personality. What are the things just tell me, depending on the brand and the creative you want to use, like what are some of the things you would look for?
Okay, look out for.
Yeah.
So for me, to be honest, like if I'm allowed to choose, I would say it would be, I'll first look at like what type of brand it is. For example, if it's like a lifestyle brand, a fashion brand, I won't lie, like I would easily gravitate towards that than more corporate communication. Not saying that it's not important, but like that's just like based off of like flair, like something you're generally interested in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say that. I would also like say because the clients you have kind of determines like the type of campaign you run. Like for example, like if your client is like BBN, you know your campaign is gonna be
all over.
Yes, it's all over. It's gonna be crazy, but it will be a very interesting one. You know, if you're working for, let's say, an alcohol brand, like that's your client, that would be nice too. Just like So then, so back to what you were asking, right? So I would say like, for a PR person, you can, like, just like you're a lawyer, right? But you want to, you're specifying entertainment. Even for PR, like you can even specify like, depending on like the type of exactly.
Okay. I think that works. So generally, do you both have lawyers? Let's ask. Let's ask. Especially you. Because, but you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing your organization has a lawyer.
Yes.
But do you
have a personal lawyer?
Yeah.
I'm looking at her.
I'm looking at her too. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but like most of my friends are like lawyers and all that. So I know that I have them on call like, yo, bros, babe, something is going on somewhere. Read through this for me, man. You get it?
Okay. do you see the importance of having a lawyer?
Oh yeah, yes, very much.
Seems like you've had like.
I don't like a terrible experience, man. And
I don't want to speak too much English.
I just told the guy halfway through, and he was like, "Bro, say no more. Like, let me draft the letter." I'm like, "Bro, chill. Like, I'm still even
ready to fight on your behalf.
He was ready to fight. Well, like that. No, you cannot be wasting time with these people, man. Let me send him the letter by tomorrow." I said, "Bro, okay, so this is how mad it is." I'm like, that's why I know that in my head, keep lawyers close, man. Like,
very important.
Very important.
I'm advocating for myself.
Yeah,
I'm a profession. Very important.
Very important. I can't even lie, man.
Yeah.
But then, like, since I would say, like, being a stylist in Nigeria is coming. It's just growing.
Yeah.
And I would say I don't know much about the PR industry. I know they have like a lot of regulations.
Oh, they do.
Okay. I think Arcon posted something recently about advertising. Okay, that's different.
That's a different.
That's a different.
Field.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I'm asking with regards to regulations, do you see the importance of regulations? Like, for example, somebody shouldn't be asking you to maybe refund your money after they've engaged you and you've started working on that kind of thing. There should be policies in place that say, so do you guys see the importance of that? And what would you say is the way forward for your industry? The fashion industry is relatively strong, present in Nigeria. Like, I see a lot of beautiful fashion designers. Their works are amazing. And I think like Nigerian fashion designers are very creative. And stylists also do a very fantastic work of displaying the works of these designers on their models or the persons they use. So, but now I'm talking about the protection of your interests, of your rights and regulations. What do you think is the way forward? What would you like to see present in your industry as it grows?
Do you want to go?
Oh, why is it always?
Do you want to go?
Okay. I think Santana should start.
Okay. See, like you said, the policy, we need those policies because if those policies were in place, like with the whole, like, I had issues with like refunding someone's money and all of that, and if I had my policies like solidified and all of that, I won't have even. Like, I won't even say much. I'll just say, bro, talk to my lawyer, man. Like, I'm not even.
I think you should actually have those structures.
Yeah, like those structures, because when like lawyers, legal actions are not involved, people just think you can just like walk around, like just say, "Oh,
it won't be enforced."
It won't be enforced. Like, bro, give me my money, man. Next thing you know, man, you can't. In Nigeria, it's who has power. It's who has money to call police, man. You call police, come to your house now, and be like,
okay,
yeah. So if you have some like certain policies in place, it will really help, and make the field stronger, like more solidified and all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Before I come to you, because I'm going to ask you the same question, what change? Mention one change you'd like to see. Maybe I don't know if you guys have like gatherings or conferences or something for like fashion stylists, but like community building, because I think it's important for every occupation, profession to have community. So in fostering that, what would you like to see happen amongst other fashion stylists?
Yeah, like the community actually, like, right now I won't say it's a big community because, it's more of, oh, this person's trying to steal my style or my clients, you get me? So everybody's all protective of their clients and all of that, not wanting to, so only like, let me say we young ones that we know each other. I'm like, I got fun. And you like, have you done this? Let me put you on. I have this job, but I'm not available. Do you want to do it? Or you get that kind of thing. So some of us like know each other, like we know each other well enough to trust each other to handle some things for ourselves. Yeah. So it's really cool, man, to have those kind of people around, to have that kind of community, basically.
Yes. Okay. So Chinyere.
Ooh.
First things first, like regulations. I know you mentioned. Please just enlighten us.
Okay. So we already have like, just like there's APCON, we also have like, the PR like body that regulates public relations. So I believe like in terms of PR, like there's enough regulations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not like
up and coming.
Exactly. It's not up and coming. But I think one thing I would really speak to is that I feel like generally, even in the world, especially in Nigeria, I won't lie, I feel like a lot of people don't really yet see the importance of PR, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes even they think it's advertising, but it's not, right? And I think it's important for like in this part of the world, like people need to start knowing the importance of having a, the importance of public relations, right?
Sure.
Because
mention like 2 importances. Like, just tell me, someone that doesn't know anything about PR, what would you say?
Especially for like people who are interested in like maybe entering. So I would say that, if you have a company or like even as an individual and you have a business, one thing that a PR person will help you do is definitely proper brand management.
Okay.
They would also help you, give you they will also
Santana is nodding like,
I'm not like
I'm okay.
after this, like put your number in, like real quick.
Like proper brand management. And it's not like like we like, I feel like public relation, you don't just talk, you also have to do, right? Like the campaign, your
results have to show.
Your
what
results
you say
have to show.
do.
Your client's money has to show, right? So I would say the first one, as I mentioned, is brand management. But I would also say like strategic planning, right? Or just like creating a proper plan for your business. Like PR people are really good at that. They're very good at strategic thinking. And don't think it's boring, because we also have a lot to do with like, we actually involve ourselves in like content creation. Like for example, like I know there's the whole, you might hear press release, news stories, and you're like, what's going on? But at the same time, right, we're the ones who, for example, like we help you, we basically do event management, right? So like so think about like the big, like maybe big campaigns you've ever thought of. Like, okay, for example, we have like BBN Niger now, or we have or probably let's say like all this like brands.
Or even, I would say PR was very important for the presidential campaign.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even
that's a good example.
Even Hilda.
They had to give us a perception.
Because I know someone on Hilda was like media crew team.
Exactly. Yeah. Even Hilda had like a public relation professional, and like she had like, like
that helped with the publicity of the brand.
The exposure, exposure she got.
So please get yourself a PR professional.
Advocate for your profession.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotten.
So I think we'll be wrapping up now.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay.
But I think before that, Santana, can you just tell us some of the people you've designed, styled, and like your relationship with them, how the experience was for you? Yeah.
Okay.
And your favorite styling experiences. Just, put out your work.
Favorite styling experiences. Like the first job I ever did, I got put on, was for Davido. Yeah, like the first work, like, oh, okay. He hit me up, said, yo, where are you? Are you available? I said, yeah. So come. So I went to the location, and next thing I saw Davido, I'm like,
okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, now,
good.
Now it's going, like, you get me. So my first day was fun. Like, I met David, and it felt like I just met like a very chilled person.
Yeah.
That's why they say separate the artist from the artist, like, because David is a like chilled, really, really chilled person. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, man, if I met David on the first day, who will I meet? Who will I meet eventually? Like, so like that was good. And I also got to like work with really, really amazing people. Muno sings, that one they even made me like, they treat me more like family, because once I think I've done like 2 music videos for him. Okay. Yeah, so like.
So you work majorly with artists?
Yeah, I work majorly with artists most of the time. Yeah, artists. Then only if I have my own personal projects. Okay. Yeah. So like, an artist making you like, when an artist thinks of you as like family, or
that's good.
Like you're part of the team. It's a better relationship for you. Yes, because when they say, oh, Jay's going to be a stylist today, okay, I'm calm.
That's good. I'm calm.
I'm calm. Everything's going well. Yeah, yeah. So then the most recent one I did with El Prince, that one I was part of his EP team. His EP is dropping like in June and all of that. So like we've been working, did the EP cover. Yeah, man, I was like created the looks for his EP cover, his single that drops. So like it's really fun when like you're included in the process of an artist's journey when it comes to like creation and like then putting out work, like their project and all of that. So it just makes the work worthwhile. Like, okay, very like true. I'm among this thing, so I have to like see it to the end.
Very okay. And you're more committed.
And I'm more committed, because once I've worked with you, or I'm putting your music on my head. I'm not gonna. I like that. The energy has to go. Like you have to know, like, yo, stream this nigga song, stream his song, man.
That's my work.
That's my work. I styled him, so you have to stream his song, man. Like, yeah. So it makes it all worthwhile at the end of the day, like.
I think that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really
Appreciate
good.
it.
Who are you looking forward to working with?
Oof.
Like, imagine the person was listening now and just says, okay, Santana, come on board.
Big Wiz.
Okay.
Big Wiz, like
Energy.
Big Wiz. I think he's the only one like I haven't seen or work with this.
Okay.
Yeah, among like my
I
top.
think he has a very impeccable style, though.
Very, very like among my top 3 like Wiz.
Okay.
I mean, I've worked with Davido like multiple times, so like
it's not sipping in Sharp Boys.
It's not sipping in boys like baddest, yeah, respect.
Baddest.
But you know,
Okay.
I mean, I've worked with Burna, but not as a stylist. Funny enough,
Okay.
yeah, I worked with Burna, not as a stylist, but like I co-directed a video for Burna.
Okay.
Last.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now everybody go chop breakfast.
Everybody go, yeah, right. I co-directed for Burna Sound, like so. I've seen Burna. He just remains Wiz, like Wiz. Get your boy up now.
Coming up
like,
soon.
coming on, like
It's coming.
it's coming, man. I feel it, man. I feel it coming, man.
My next question is for Santana, right?
Okay.
Because I believe like we have like a number of youths, young adults growing, and with the access to social media, you see different representation of style. And so I know that even though people haven't considered being a stylist as a profession yet, it's something that they're just interested in. Because now I think social media has put the aspect of looking good in front of it. So everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to know how to dress well, right? Okay. So what challenges have you faced? Like how did society question your appearance, for example? Right? And if not just even your, okay, first of all, let's even talk about your appearance. Like, do they think you are the typical man?
No. Look at me, there's nothing typical.
What?
Nah, man, there's nothing typical about me. Like, you cannot look at me and say, to my first, they see the hair. They be like,
Okay.
don't you have headaches? Like,
Wow.
that's the first thing.
Okay.
But your hair is nice, so, but don't you have headaches? No, like, nah, man.
Very African
Very
auntie.
Very African auntie, you get me, man. So, but like, style-wise, man, I'm very expressive.
Okay.
Like I can, and I'm there, and I wear what
you want to wear. So what's been the craziest thing you've worn?
Oh, like there was a shoot I had one of my homeboys, and I had to put on I put on a skirt, a skirt and a suit, and we're like, the replies I was getting, like, bro, what's going on? How are you doing this? Like, I'm like, it's a skirt. Like, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing. To me, it's normal. Like, it's just
midlife crisis.
It's a midlife crisis. Like, is everything all right? I'm like, nah, bro. It's just style.
It's just
style. Like, and it looked good. Like, they were concerned, but they're like, but it looks good.
Okay,
like,
but still concerned. Like,
is everything okay? I'm like,
okay.
yeah, bro. Like,
ask.
because I can go to like any length so far I feel good in it. So far I feel good in it. I'm down to wear anything.
But okay, so I know that you mentioned that your parents are very supportive of like what you do. But for those that don't have very supportive parents, because there are a number of people out there that some even had to fight.
Yeah.
Some even had to fight with their parents to get to the level of expression that they are at. So how would you say they can also go about getting support? Because even though we'd say, okay, like other people shouldn't define you and all these things, we say having the necessary support is also, I would say, it plays a role in how we develop ourselves and how we find expression, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So if you're still going to be living in your parents' house, you follow their rules.
Okay.
Honestly, because that's the way. Because
okay.
You know how they say. My house,
my rules.
My house, my rules.
Okay.
So if you're not going to be in your parents' house, fine, you can, give yourself the expression and, not conform to whatever rules. But at the same time, if you're still there, you just have to find what would, make every balance, find a balance, make what will not make them, flip too much. And like, once or twice, try to sit down and say, Mommy, Daddy, let me show you. Like people are doing this. It's not heard or like.
Have your parents questioned your sexuality?
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a great question.
Not directly, but they be like, actually, I'm not gay. I should not have come to us as a girl. I would like be in my mom's like closet and I'll be like, Mom, you have this nice skirt. What's going on? Be like, why are you looking at my skirt?
I'm like,
do you have sisters?
I do. I have sisters.
Okay.
Like, growing up, I think my sisters play hand in this because growing up, like they would practice and makeup on me and all of that thing, and we'll go out. We'll also like go like in the neighborhood and just they will lie that I see our cousins from and our neighbors will believe that hey, your cousins are so fine. What? Nah, man. Like,
wow.
But my parents, it just came off as a joke, but like. Nah, but they know what. Yeah, they know what it is. Like
Okay, because the next thing is, even though, do you find that the reason why they question people's sexuality is because most male stylists are gay, or like? So another question
that's
spicy.
Like really, man.
Question though, is it like a thing to say, okay, because I want to delve into this industry that's not very common? It's an influence of my my sexuality is influencing me to express myself in that area.
God, these questions are
Can you feel the heat?
I can feel the heat, man. Like, is it just me?
No, we need to know. I mean, we need to know.
I mean, if your sexuality is who you are first, like
okay.
if you know who you are, it's not going to be a problem. Like. And if like I always say don't let society influence you, or wherever it is you find yourself, like whatever workspace you find yourself, don't let it influence you. If you are not that way, don't try and now conform to that way just because you want to dress a certain way. Or man, you don't like that's not being real, man. Like having style is being real to yourself, man, being true to yourself. You get me? Yeah, it's very important. And I've had people tell me like, come up to me and say, are you straight? Are you gay? I'm like, no, like I'm straight. Like no offense, like gay people. No offense, like gay people.
But
I
like them women.
I like the women, man. Like,
I just like to express myself this way.
Like, and it's a norm for me. Like I got used to it, but like I don't mind it. I don't find it offensive, but like but it's just who I am. Like I would express myself how I see fit. How you perceive me is now left to you.
Love that answer.
Okay,
it's left to you, man. But when you come at me, I'll tell you how it is. So like,
okay. But Chinyere, now in your interface with like creatives and with like creators, how like what challenges do you often encounter when relating with them?
Okay, so
and how did you even break even? Because you mentioned some brands and they seem like top of mind brands, but I promise you, I know some people that work in agencies and they don't have this clientele. So that means because they probably don't have these high paying clients, their salary is peanuts. It's not giving. It's not nice. They can't look like what they would like to look like. Even their own brand, they can't build.
Their brand is not brand. Their brand is not branded.
They can't build their brand.
Yeah.
So like, how did you break even? What are some of the challenges that the creators you interface with face?
So for me, the challenges
the challenges in relating with the creators.
Oh, okay. Them influencers. Yo, you guys. No, they do amazing work. Don't get me wrong. Like,
but some
you guys look like it's not easy. It's not beans. So I feel like for me, to be honest, I just believe that for me, or even as like a team working with a team, I feel like it's just important to first like know what your client wants, like what you are trying to like achieve with that campaign you're doing. Then also get people who are suitable for that campaign, like a niche.
Give me your worst interaction with an influencer for a brand. Like what happened? You don't have to name names.
Okay.
But just tell us what happened. Give us the tea.
My name's not bad, Sha. Nah, it's cool. Calm.
I don't want to talk too much, but I'll just say like sometimes like
no, give me a story. Give me a scenario.
Quick, want to hear it.
Just give us something. It shouldn't be too hard now. I know there's confidentiality.
Yes,
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Okay, just hint us. Just
give us
surface.
Let's just say that like they're setting. I don't want to like. Don't get me wrong. Like Jesus, like you really need to know how to manage people when working on campaigns, because there are definitely people who might, in terms of their character, they can be impatient. And sometimes they might not even know the type of client they're talking to clients. You don't know who the person is. Like you're being rude. Like you're being entitled.
I know. I read a book. I don't know if you read Clueless to Success, but I think it's something around PR and all these things. And in the book, she mentioned how she had to deal with like some influencers for her brand, and somebody will come and say, "Carry my dog." Like, first of all, I'm a professional. I'm at my job.
Is it
I'm
my
not
job?
your assistant.
Yeah.
Some people will come and say, carry my dog and like pet my dog because
Yeah.
I'm coming to like, huh?
So
Like what?
So I think PR people, one thing we definitely do is like we need to know. You need to have good like interpersonal like skills, or like you need to know how to relate well with people, so that you're making your client happy, but at the same time you're making those who you're working with happy.
Okay.
Like not saying that you're stooping low, but like just also like understand where they're coming from, what they need, and try and meet them halfway.
If
I
not,
think that,
The petting dog, I'm not understanding.
no,
like,
I'm not saying you should go and pet dog, but like that campaign must
what happened? Yeah,
must
I mean,
mean,
you
like,
must get the job
yes,
done. You
I
must get the job done. In other ways,
That's one
like,
thing I would definitely say.
do you think in with interacting with the creatives again, because we need to also understand, like, is there like dignity of labor? Now it's understanding maybe from the brand side there is, but from the creators you deal with, the people you interface with, is there a thing of, are you my assistant, or especially if you're working with more established people that have like 1 million followers on Instagram, so you feel like on top of the world, do you feel like they equally respect the work that you do?
So to be honest, I really believe like one thing like that like, let's say meetings like they're sticking to your head is the fact that like as PR people, you need to also know you're also in control, right? Like it's not them doing you a favor, like obviously they're being paid for the work they're doing, which is good, right? But it's also important for like the people you're working with to know that, okay, like we're bringing these people to you, right? Obviously you're offering value as a creative, as an influencer, but like we are bringing like this top client to you, right?
To the influencers.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like, that should also in a way guide the like
narrative.
The narrative, the relationship,
Okay.
right? I feel like, just to be honest, mutual respect is it.
Just have respect. Like you're dealing
just
with a human being.
And
like,
do your thing.
Like respect.
But I don't know, everybody has a home training shop.
No, at
So
all.
in
this Lagos, not everybody has home training. That's the thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I would say now my final question. My final question is, if you could speak to someone like a younger you who was probably in school, confused, trying to navigate things. I feel like I have a flair for branding, but I don't know how to go about it, or a flair for styling, but I don't have anybody to look up to. I don't know how to start, how to have that conversation with my parents. What would you say to them?
Do you want to go?
I think
because like,
no, she just finished talking now, but okay.
Because no.
Okay.
I can say like he answered the last question.
Yeah,
that's why
go,
first.
okay.
So if I speak to my younger self, what I would say would be,
like it's really
yes, it's just I would say that I think one thing I would say is, I think as we're young, we like to dream a lot. We like to we have these amazing dreams, which is good, right? And I don't think like you should ever stop dreaming, no matter what age you are in. A smile, you guys. You should never stop. So I would tell my younger self, right, to actually just try it all. Really. Like try, like I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to say I'll end up like at the end being sticking only to PR. I can expand, I can broaden. And that's
giving
life.
out hints because you've said this like 5 times.
You
said it like 5 times.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
What I'm saying this is because I said it's a means to an end. It's a training ground, and the experience is always important. Just like how you have like the experiences with your clients, it's important. Like no knowledge they waste. So I would just also tell my younger self, or anyone who is young, really, like, don't be scared to even give things a try. I feel like failing is even you not even trying at all, right? So like learn what you can learn, take your highs, your wins, take your L's, and move forward. You'll be fine. Like,
thank you, Chinyere. No,
like that's deep. Yeah, no, facts.
Give us something.
But let me give you like real talk. Yeah. With try things, like there's no harm in trying. I feel like styling opened different doors for me. I didn't know I could like code direct. I didn't know I could code direct. For example, like
that's a good point you made.
Yeah, like so whatever it is you try, whatever way you find yourself, feel other doors could open.
Sure.
Because it was through a certain person I had like knowledge for directing. Like if I was called that, come and direct the video, I would say, yeah, okay, fine, I'll direct the music video for you, no problem.
Because you've done it.
Because I've done it before. So again, and I picked on my way, coming up as a stylist also, I picked one or two things, definitely.
Okay.
So no knowledge is a waste. But like, find someone in a field that you're passionate about. And just talk to the person if the person is willing to mentor you. If the person is willing to mentor you, like, cool. But don't expect money. Don't expect. See, when you're
more or less voluntary.
See, volunteer. If the person says, okay, I will give you like a certain amount, fine, just take it as, because you are the one that wants to learn. You want to acquire the skill from this person. So just take it like that. Because you won't find people that willingly want to take somebody under them at all. Because let's not lie, human beings are stressful.
Yes.
So you find someone that is willing to teach you or put you on, like, just take it like, okay, let me build myself, then move on to the next.
That's
and
important.
you might even find out that, okay, I might find out, maybe styling is not the only thing I can do. I might like divert into directing full time and see, okay, like more doors are opening for me there. And like you said, move, man. I may not end up at styling, man. I've been a stylist, you get me? Because I don't know,
Expression,
man, like anything, yeah.
Expression.
And no knowledge is a waste. Because
very true.
Take my knowledge from styling, move it to directing, move it to so many things. So like, just find someone, because I found someone lucky. I was just lucky to find someone to put me on at the same time to become a stylist, and
and that has worked out.
And that has worked out.
You have Santana.
You have Santana right now, man. Like, I found someone to be able to work. I worked under the director. Yeah, I worked under Clarence Peters for a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I was on stylist for a while, and that's where I got my knowledge of directing and all of that from. Yeah, so no knowledge is a waste, basically.
That's very great.
Like, appreciate everybody that has like
helped
put me on
the
like
journey.
at the journey, like, because the journey is still going.
It's
Ways.
still
Like, so
going,
like I've had people tell me that if I have any job or like they want to follow me, like, no problem. Like if I need, I'll call you. I'll hit you up definitely. And like, it makes me feel
like you've accomplished.
I'm to a certain level for people to say,
put me on.
Like, if I'm like, if I have work with bro, like, put me. I'm like, yeah, no problem, definitely. I've had models text me that, bro, use me for one of your shoots. No problem. Like,
that's actually really good.
Like, because that's how the like creative and entertainment business, like space is. Works. You get me? If you have your own models, you have your own photographers. Like, life is easy for you because I can come, you're a model, come, I have a photographer. Let's
create magic.
Let's create magic. Like, we collaborate. There's no problem. Like, so just find that person. That person that is willing to help you.
I think this has been like very interesting.
Yeah.
And more or less, I would just say from the legal standpoint.
Yes. We're waiting for you to give us.
Legal standpoint. I mean, law can be a very interesting course and profession, but can also be very monotonous, right? In the sense that things become repetitive. So I'd say it's very important to find expression with what you do. One thing they always drummed into our ears is the learned profession, a little about everything, which is to your advantage if you are a law student or an upcoming lawyer listening to this. So, like, there are multiple fields. Every field virtually needs law because they need regulations, which helps us to thrive everywhere, right? So find expression. I would say like Santana mentioned, it was somebody that exposed me to the area of entertainment law because I didn't even know that existed. And now I'm very excited. So media law, intellectual property, entertainment, those are the things that I do now. And I would say like by creating content around it and just putting my work out there, people are also drawn to it. People are happy to learn about it. People, and you can also put out the people you've worked with, the kind of brands you've actually related with. So I think in general, it's a growing curve. It's a learning curve. Yeah. Tomorrow, I won't become a chef. No, that's not it. Because Princess has been.
Your parents will change it for you.
So no, I wouldn't become a chef. But I mean, always willing to reinvent myself. Yes. Always willing to explore more. Okay, final thing. Where can we find you? How can we spot if we're looking for Chinyere, if we're looking for Jay Santana, where do we look you up? Please tell the camera.
Okay.
You okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Instagram at Ghost from Pluto _ Twitter.
Sorry, be audible so they
on Instagram at Ghost from Pluto _ Twitter, same thing. Snapchat at Ghost from Pluto _ Okay. You can hit me up.
Okay.
So for me, you can find me on Instagram, princess.oji, OJI without an R. And yeah, you get to see some of my work there too. Well, and my team. Amazing. Okay.
Okay, and finally me on Instagram at being Semipe. I'm sure you see the fantastic things I do, and it would be nice to create magic together. If you are creative out there and you need legal representation, I'm your girl.
Preach.
Okay.
Like,
Bye. It was lovely.
bye, guys.
Bye.